Well, joining us now on the News at 10 is the Lagos State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Mr. Hyginus Umeje. Thank you for joining us on the News at 10.
Thank you very much.
Today we saw another accident along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. From your assessment, what was the actual cause of today's incident?
Well, let me first again lend my voice in commiserating with the families who may have lost their loved ones in this incident. Around 5:30 this evening, we got a call that there is a crash at that Otedola Bridge, and on getting there, we discovered there was a tanker that was loaded with PMS, fully loaded with PMS. It was actually, has descended, I was actually ascending again, is outward Lagos, and somewhere along the line, I think the brake couldn't just hold and it started rolling back. The driver, sensing that he might just be rolling on vehicles, decided to turn the vehicle and do what we call jackknifing, and the vehicle just fell. And instantly there was an explosion, and the fuel continued spreading down like that, and the fire that followed was just from one car to the other. By the time the dust settled, we counted about 54 vehicles that were burnt, and we were able to recover 9 bodies burnt beyond recognition. 4 others sustained various degrees of burn injuries, 2 very critical, and the other 2 were just minor, but they all presently at the accident and emergency hospital receiving treatment. And as we speak, rescue operation is still ongoing in terms of removing the wreckages off the road so that we can fully open the road again for traffic.
Many say that accidents are becoming a regular occurrence along that route. Do you think motorists are taking the necessary precautions?
I think that's where the problem lies. We're not really taking the necessary precautions. If you look at the road, you discover that whether you're coming from the Ibadan axis or you're going out, there is a descent, then you now climb up again. So what is expected of the motorists here is that when you are descending, you slow down your speed. And when you are now ascending, okay, you can now increase so that you're able to use that same momentum you gathered when you were descending.
In this case, you don't think the tanker driver did that?
I don't think that was what happened here. The man midway couldn't climb further and he started coming back. And another thing that one will also take home from this is our driving culture of going bomber to bomber. I think this should serve as a lesson to us. I reasonably believe that if there is the right following distance between the vehicles in that traffic, perhaps the damage would not have been this colossal. But we kept on going bomber to bomber like that.
One would argue that should there have been traffic in the first place, but how easy also is it for security agencies to coordinate rescue operations at the scene?
Let me use this opportunity to really commend all the responder agencies within Lagos, the fire service, LASEMA, the LASMA, and the police, everybody. It was a case of once you get the information, you escalate it to the other agency, and within a twinkle of an eye, we were all there. The fire service, they did a good job in putting off that fire, and of course, police in controlling the crowd and securing the environment. FRSC officials with LASMA, LASEMA officials, all of us putting our hands together to take off the dead bodies. It was a well-coordinated operation, and like I said, even as we speak, we still have LASEMA with their equipment taking off the crane, taking off those vehicles off the road.
Finally, how can you paint with regards to what the road is at this moment, especially with people who are stuck on the other axis and who need to get home?
Well, we've been able to send a traffic alert on the possible routes that they can always access. If you are coming from Lagos Island, the traffic is still there. I must not deceive you. The traffic is still there until we finish clearing the road. So, but if you are coming from the Lagos Island, on getting to Ojota, please make a detour. Take the 7-up axis and now get to Mobolaji Johnson, take Agidingbe, and now on Mole down towards Ojodibek, pass in front of FRSC office, get down towards Berger, and you can connect the express. However, you could also access it through the CMD road, when you get towards the same Otedola, you use the estate. We were able to talk to the estate officials, the gate security officials, to open the estate so that people can actually use it as a thoroughfare for this evening and come back again at the Berger axis and connect back to the express. And I think if we do that with obedience and due diligence, we will all be off the traffic in a moment from now.
What message would you say you'd like to send to motorists, especially tanker drivers and other heavy-duty vehicles on the road? Again, the message here is the word caution, caution, and being defensive in our driving. We must also take a good look at the roadworthiness of our vehicles, because for now, as we speak, I cannot ascertain what was actually the roadworthiness state of that truck that was actually climbing that made him to start coming up. Then for the rest of us, each time we are driving and you are following a tanker like that, please give it a distance, because these are all things that would have helped to at least curtail the number of casualties and the damages. Let's give the right following distance each time we are on the road, and be very, very alert. I know that what helped would have been that people just abandoned their vehicle and jumped to the other side of the road, and that's why you have 54 vehicles that got burnt and only 9 bodies. It's not only, because if you want one soul, it means a lot to us. Yeah. We'd like to thank you, Lagos State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Mr. Hajin Major, for coming on the news at 10. Thank you very much.